Hood Postman, City, Hood, Click. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Lock the door on him. Lock the door on him. Hood Postman. Hood Postman. Reporting live. Reporting live. This the Hood Postman, come and check the program. You ain't from the streets, this is something you should know, man. Running from police, gotta grip the wheel with both hands. Speeding down the interstate, please do not approach him. 40s in the fridge, got the caddy in the driveway. Get all out of my face, I don't wanna violate. Looked up in the mirror and I told myself, why wait? We took this shit worldwide, you only in 5 states. Came from the 4 corners with my 4 quarters. Showed them the style, then they stole on us. Times got wild, then they told on us. Dog, it was hard, but we had to keep it rolling. You ain't gotta ask, you know where to find me. I be in the back streets where it get grimy. It's just me and Mel, Rennie looking bride D. I be going hard till I'm in the 5 C's. Know the vibes. I'ma do it till I die. I ain't never switched sides. I ain't never had to tell a lie. Let's ride. Know the vibes. I'ma do it till I die. I ain't never switched sides. I ain't never told them no lie. Let's ride. Hood Postman. 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 Hood Postman.
Shout out to the Mailroom Nation and the Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melly Bell, the Hood Postman. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below so when this dope content hit, it's going to feel like it's the first and the 15th, as usual. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Mailroom where you can come in and take a look at your mind and examine what's in your heart. You can go anywhere in the world to get a couple of lies, but you come right here to get the truth. Before they had handguns, they had fair ones. Man up, man. You know, it's like glamorization or glorification is always an education. Education is always best when it comes to the people because they may be displaced or they may be ill-informed or they may be underinformed or they just may be information poor. So that's why we come here to do what we do. Shout out to my guy Cold Cut. I see you in the house. My guy Cold Cut. Cold Cut out the ghost. Milwaukee. Dominique, what's going on? Marlena Williams, Rasta Man, Compton King Mike, what's good? What's good? And everybody that's joining us in this chat, I appreciate it. It is a blessing. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. Let's get to it. Change of conformity. Your worth is not defined by the opinions of others. Don't care about what other people think about you. What you think about yourself is ultimately the responsibility of you and no one else. With that being said, let's get to it. Guys, we got so much to unpack. So much to unpack. Can you guys hear me okay? Let's see. You guys hear me? Give me some thumbs up. Give me some ones in the chat. Let me know that you hear me loud and clear. Shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out. Okay, Marlena, what's good, Marlena? Can we do a cold cut, big homie? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, real talk, real talk. Salute to the mailroom. Jay Ship, what's good with you, bro? Can everybody hear me? Okay, we got the thumbs up. We got the thumbs up. Boulevard Rod, low, low. DJ Boulevard Rod, what's good? Yeah, guys, listen. So much to unpack. Let's start with the Crip Mac thing. And Boulevard Rod, I know what I'm talking about when I say this because we both were in Terminal Island together. He understands this clear with clear mind and understanding. They have what is called a USC 18 USC 922G, right? And what happened with Crip Mac, and a lot of young guys don't understand this, that a lot of times when you bring firearms that have been transported in commerce or they cross state lines, it becomes in forfeiture of commerce, transferred. In other words, they transferred it from one state to another without the proper documentation. And what happens with that, a lot of times the guys don't know they be holding these, whatever, allegedly. Crip Mac was over in the Baby Snaps alley, and I believe two goddammits was found. So what happened when he went to court, the feds come in and pick it up. So let me read what the statutes are. And I'm not saying this is what he's facing. What I am going to allege, I'm going to give him some insight of what he can do to fight this. So, armed career criminal under 18 USC 922G is a 15-year mandatory minimum term of imprisonment upon anyone who violates Section 922, having been convicted of uh, previous felony violent crimes, like three violent felonies or serious or drug offenses. That's what you can get at the serious end, 15 years minimum. But anyone who has been convicted in a court of a terms exceeding 1 year, then that sentence lessens. In other words, if you've been like caught with a gun and you got sentenced in the court of a year or so, then you in a different category. But if you got three violent crimes attached to your name and you've been a repeat offender of carrying goddammits, then you in a heap a lot of trouble. So here's what Crip Mac has to do. He has to have his attorney hire an investigator. An investigator had to become an expert. And the expert had to go in and do fingerprint analysis on the firearms. And if they can't lift Crip Mac's fingers off those firearms, then those firearms don't belong to Crip Mac. They belong to someone else. Now they can go whatever they need to do in order to figure that part out. That's on them. That has absolutely nothing to do with Crip Mac. So Crip Mac, hopefully China Mac or somebody is listening and they can inform Crip Mac that it's hired an expert that's going in and do the fingerprint analysis and peel the prints off the gun. And then that way he can be in the clear. And it's not like they're gonna go find whoever the print. They're not gonna do that. They just because he's already been charged with it. So they can't charge, other words, overcharge in that circumstance. They already charged him. So if they didn't get the first guy the first time and they missed out, that's on them. Yep, kick that out. So that's one way of having the things. But in fact, if he got three violent felonies, I don't think Crip Mac is like Crip Mac don't respond. I mean, he don't come off to me as a violent felon. That's just my take on it. He doesn't come off as a violent felon for me. Now, I don't know what's on his jacket or because I have never read his jacket or anything, and we never ever talked about his previous crimes. But hopefully, he's clear on that. On another note, there's also hopefully everybody's okay in Vegas. They had a active shooter over there. Hope everybody's doing okay and survive that circumstance. So let's get on to this other circumstance with Big U. Big U, my guy. Actually, I had a word with Big U and got to chop it up with him for a moment. And as usual, just like when I interviewed him when he was on the FX Hip Hop Undercover, I asked him, could I asked a couple of questions, and I asked him, was there any questions off topic? He said, no, ask away any question. So I did, and I asked him about the Nipsey situation. You can go on Hip Hop Uncovered and see that part. In regards to our Kev Mac, go to Kev Mac videos. You can definitely see it, okay? So in regards to this new allegation of circumstances, situations, it seemed like to me is smutting and beefing simply is to me is the desperation of people trying to either be heard or seen. We seem to be more, there seem to be a percentage of individuals and just follow me on this in the Los Angeles. They're not really interested in the money aspect. They're more on the celebrity end or being famous. I don't know, or going viral. Viral don't typically mean that you finna have a long lasting career in hip hop or any of that. And hopefully we get my brother Papa LQ, aka Kenny Kingpin, on it explaining because me and him we also were in the feds together and we shared a lot of information. Actually, Well, I'll let him bring that up when he come on if he come. But we'll talk about that. But the lady name is what is her name? Helisa. Helisa Choice, aka SKG, which is mean Suge Knight's girl. SKG came on Instagram ranting and raving. I'm not gonna just bring that video up or any of that. I'm gonna leave it where it is. Uh for numerous of reasons because I actually been on the phone with her. I was on the phone with her about 9 months ago. And she was involved with what was called the Diamond Collective. The Diamond Collective was a group of females that came together that was putting going and the two I think the two producers on it was Day One and JFK, if I'm not mistaken. But I know for sure Day One. So what happened? She get into a altercation and get into some word transfer back and forth with the individuals about the way the business was being handled and the way things was being directed. And she did not like it, and she felt like somebody was doing her wrong. So in retaliation, she came after Day One, and I mean, talking about the ranting and the raging and the crying, the crocodile tears, all that. So when I saw the video this morning, I'm not saying that it's real or not real. I don't make those decisions. I'm just telling you my experience. In other words, my observable reality to an individual that I had the pleasure of meeting and being on the phone with, my guy B and my other guy D. We were all on the phone at the same time because we were trying to help resolve this situation with the Diamond Collective because we thought they had something brilliant and we knew that it was something cool that was going to be real good for LA. And, for coming from female, because just think about it. When the last time we had just a heck of a female rapper from Los Angeles that was like known all over the country, like a yo-yo or something. I don't know. I mean, I've seen C Star and I've seen Jasmine and I've seen a couple of other girls that's been pretty good, but none of them. I don't think none of them had the level of success as a Cardi B or Meg The Stallion or Nicki Minaj from Los Angeles. I'm just saying from the Los Angeles area. So what happened? This lady she goes nuclear on Day One. I'm talking about going off, telling him he's this and that. She gonna bust him out and out him like the same kind of behavior that we seen on the video that everybody saw on Instagram this morning. And she's gonna take the story to Tasha K and blah 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 blah, right? So I started thinking about it. I went back and I remember she wrote a tell-all book, right? So when I go to the biography of just some of the parts of what was the book was about, and the tell-all book was a diary. It was called the Diary of Helisa Choice. You guys go look it up. Don't take my word for it. The Diary of Helisa, Helia, Helisa, Chochoyce, Helisa Choice, right? And it was called the Diary of Helisa Choice, and it's about her, and this is where she embarks on a journey growing up in the main streets of Los Angeles. And she talked about drug dealing, she talked about gangs and being abused, and celebrities and drugs and alcohol and mental illness, bipolar, depression, life and death, self-pity. So when I read that book, well, I haven't got a chance to get into the book, but there was some family members that, I don't want to just be saying all that because this is the internet. We got to be careful how we form things and how we put things out there. But I'm telling you guys, before you guys condemn somebody, look at the background of the individual that's doing the finger point. Always look at their background because sometimes there may be things in their background that tell you the real story, the reasons why. And it may come to you not in the instance, but in a search or the data and the statistics and the facts and the statements of facts, and you find things that don't necessarily line up. And when they don't line up, you got to question it. You have to question it. It is a must. You got to must. You just got to question. You can't just leave things to be like this don't matter, and you know what I mean? Because you got to understand that this we're talking about men livelihood, and you guys seeing what's happening to P Diddy. They calling him R Diddy now, and they saying all these different things about him, and all these different people now is coming out with lawsuits saying this and that, and yeah, peeling the layers of the onion. Yeah, peeling the layers of the onion, and that's what we have to do. We have to do it. We have to do the work. We can't just take things nowadays for surface value, because there's a lot of people doing things just for to just be known, or to go viral, or just say some outrageous things, and it don't even have no validation to it. It don't be true. It just don't. It just be something that they want to spew on the internet in order to get some likes, subscribes, and a little ching ching. So, but that's not my deal. My deal is that I want to impart information. I want to do research. And just like when I told you guys last night about black people saved Cadillac, a lot of black people don't know that it was black people that saved the Cadillac deal. I broke that down last night. If you want to know what I said about it, go to the last video I did. It's in there. But anyway, so when you find people that's coming out, always know this, guys. When you point one finger, three is pointing back. And I'm subjected to that. I ain't dismissed from that. And that's why I have to be careful how I word things and how I put things, because the things that I read was a lot more worse than what I'm saying to you guys. Know that. They were a lot worse. So when you're dealing with somebody that has mental illness, bipolar depression, so you got to understand that, hey, what did they do to get treatment? Did they go see a therapist? Are they still under a doctor's care? Are they taking medicine? Mental illness is a real thing. It's a real thing, and we can't let overlook that, because it's a female that's alleging a couple of things. And what I wanted to say about that, and she made some accusations about K-Day, 1580 K-Day being, let go over there. But come to find out, there was some misappropriation of funds on her behalf. And there was also being unruly, and not being able to keep her composure, being very impulsive, very impulsive. And you got to understand, when people are impulsive and they can't control their emotions, and everything, just whatever comes out their mouth comes out, that's not good. That's not good for the culture. That's not good for the individuals. That's not good for the people that's listening. So we always got to be conscious of these things, and know that there's a better way of taking care of the business. And one of the things I was going to point out is that there's a book, right? It's written by a guy named Kashif. He probably put out one of the best books when it comes to show business. You need to get Rolo on the line. He got a lot of wisdom and answers. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll definitely do that. Uh, they they say a lot. He said a lot of things aspect to how show business go, because there's the show and then there's the business. And what a lot of our people don't understand is the business. They don't know that how much work it come into being an artist, how much work it goes into putting all this stuff together, and for somebody to just come in and tear it down because they feel in some type of way. Kashif is a genius, definitely a genius. And like I told you guys, you can't destroy a street dude's reputation on the internet or social media. To succeed in that, you have to do it manually, in the streets, or in the penitentiary where it was built at. You can't do it on social media. Social media, because social media Lies have speed, but the truth has endurance. And the truth will always catch up at some point. There's an old allegory that talk about the truth and a lie, where the lie invited the truth one day to go swimming. While the truth was unrolling, the lie suggested to the truth, well, hey, once you go down and hold your head on the water, and I'll keep time and see how long you can stay down. And while the truth had his head emerged under the water, the lie began to clothe himself in truth clothing and went running off down the street. And when the people saw the lie coming, somebody said, hey, that looks like truth. So meanwhile, while the truth is underwater, he has no idea that the lie has stolen his clothing. So when the truth do emerge from the water, he looks around and see that the lie has taken off with his clothes. So the truth gave chase. And when the person look and say, seeing the truth coming, somebody say, well, wait a minute. But here comes the naked truth. So we're dealing with the naked truth right now. We got to always look for the naked truth. The truth that is just going to stand up under anything, because the truth don't need to be explained. It don't need to be propped up. It don't need nothing. It's just the truth. And a lot of times things for certain reasons that may not be godly. It may be for the most ungodly reason. Shout out to Michelle. How you doing, Michelle? Shout out to all you guys. I appreciate all you guys for joining us in this, because we're talking about something in regards to, smutting and beefing is simply a desperation. It has become the poor man's marketing plan. Simple as that. Smutting and beefing is a poor man's marketing plan. And I don't think it's very useful in conducting business. I just don't. I think that's very narrow-minded and small-minded. And at the end, you're not going to get very far with it, because it's not original, it's not genuine, and it's not complimenting. It's just not. But if you guys go grab that book, Kashif, you're gonna learn a lot about the music business and how to do it right and how to be, because there's all sorts of kind of contracts. There's all kind of things you have to understand. And a lot of our kids believe that just because they spit bars, that somehow they're gonna have this this lavish life and this lucrative life based on spitting bars. You get people in there that it's not working out for them. They've been spitting and rapping for God knows how many years, and nothing has happened. They just keep spitting and rapping, and they're still like in the same place. They got to rethink. They got to reposition. They got to repackage that situation, because obviously there's something wrong. And if you continue to do the same thing, expecting a different result, what they say about it is insanity. But the internet and YouTube is new media. The media that care about truth, just the first to push propaganda. Yeah, they do push propaganda. YouTube to lies and clicks, and just a white man do Fox and see. Yeah, but we and that's fine. But we're talking about our people. Well, our people is doing that because it's only hurting us, man. We're the only people that's on the internet doing this. All the other people, go look at Mr. Beast. I think he has like 150 million subscribers, making millions. Making millions. He don't argue with anybody. He's putting out kids stuff or whatever he's doing over there, you know. And then you got these other guys like Vlad and the No Jumper guy who's taking, who's visitors in our culture, who's stealing from us, you know. They just have to come over and knock on the door, and somebody opened up the door and let them in. They came in, hey, and offered them a seat at the table. Now they taking it and making more money than most of us, probably all of us to put together, you know. And that's the bad part about it, you know. And then they turn around and now how many of those individuals gonna help Crip Mac? How many of them people gonna follow up and do what I said? Because if he's facing an armed criminal act, which is 922G, 15-year mandatory minimum term of imprisonment upon anyone who violates Section 922G, if that's his case, then he's gonna need some people to come in and bring some money and get the right attorney in there to help defend him on that. You know, because some of that may be juvenile stuff. Because the feds don't care; they'll charge it. If you don't challenge it, they don't care. You have to challenge it. They'll charge it. They'll allege it, bro. They're charging duplicity, and they also do what is known as forum shopping, shopping for a bigger venue. In other words, they can get most time, whatever most time they can get out of a black person. That's just what they're gonna do. They're gonna take it all away. Any more questions in regards to what's being said? You know, and I ain't got nothing against SKG. I'm just telling you guys, and that stands for again, Suge's nice girl. I've been on the phone with her, and she did the same thing to another brother, a brother by the name of Day One, who was a music producer who was part of the Diamond Collective, and she happened to get into with this chick. I believe the chick name was Jasmine, and it went all bad. You know, same thing. Promised the outing, put him out there, and say all this different stuff on there, and we don't know if it's true or not. She actually got a picture with Big U, and she claims she's from 60. So I don't, guys, I just don't get it. I really don't get it. Why people just can't talk their issues out or pull up and try to get some reasoning behind what they're doing, before going to the internet. What's so bad? What's so good about running to the internet about a personal beef that you can call the individual and handle it that way? And then you want to put it on the internet, because once you put it on the internet, it becomes fair game. And see, and that's why we do reactions, and that's why we get it and look at it, because she alleged that she was pregnant at the time, and trying to figure out, okay, how old is that baby right now, or what was your baby daddy? Your baby daddy let all this happen. He didn't do nothing. Or you didn't call the authorities or nothing. You're a woman. You're female. So I think females. I don't think nobody be mad if somebody's abusing a female and they call the authorities, right? They don't get mad at that, do they? People gonna always talk crazy. You right, Cold Cut. That's just it. But I'm just saying, if we look at the underlying facts and then we start poking holes in the story and trying to see what makes sense and what don't make sense, you begin to see that, a lot of the stuff just ain't lining up, and it ain't panning out. It's just not. It's just not. It just goes south from there, you know. Uh, and I'm bouncing back between the two because I'm thinking about Crip Mac. Here's a guy that suffered from schizophrenia. He has a touch of bipolarism, and now he's touched with the situation. He was hanging out in the Baby Snaps alley, and the boys roll up. Everybody break and run. Crip Mac ain't in no shape to be running. I probably could beat Crip Mac running. All jokes aside, but yeah, so he's left there. So what the cops gonna do? Last man standing. That's who get it. I think Diddy is getting deeper and deeper in the hot water. His mental needs is elevated. Okay, okay. If you did, what's her name? What's her name? Jay Mason. If you say you did, what's her name? I would like to know her name. I would like to talk to her, interview her, and see, you know, see what happened. That's what I want. I want to do. I want to interview these people and see what's really going on inside or behind the scenes. Like I say, I don't. I call balls and strikes. And if somebody's alleging something, they should be able to speak about it, right? Or is this a secret, invisible person that you know and nobody else know? Yeah. What's her name, bro? Or can you give us any more things to go on? Because now you got all these, like I saying, the guy saying about Diddy, you got all these people that's coming out the woodworks on Diddy, coming from everywhere. P. Diddy did this, P. Diddy did it, P. Diddy. Some of the people volunteered because of the money aspect or the celebrity or the high profile rich guy, The internet has become a serious problem. People can hide behind the internet. People are scared to talk face to face. And that's true, Rasta, man. That's true. People are afraid. But how did we get in that condition? How did that happen? What happened during the pandemic? Because remember, before the pandemic, the internet wasn't this crowded. It wasn't all these individuals in these entanglements and arguments going back and forth. None of that was happening. You know, Guys, do me a favor and press the thumbs up. Press the thumbs up. You like this video. And if you want to send a donation, drop a couple of dollars, $2, $3, it don't matter. Drop something. Let's see. I'm going to say this. He had her locked up in a room at Ruff's house. Rest in peace, Dale Dog got involved. Okay. Oh, you saying corrupt? Yeah, you're right, Jason Johnson. You're right. Most women do put themselves in predicament, and then they get to holler or whatever. I mean, but then there's some women that don't do that. We got to look at it from both sides. We can't say that all women is like that. We can't say that. We can't say all women is like that. There's some some good sisters out there. The wise. The internet is all about gossip. Yeah, but why do it have to be gossip? Like, I try to keep information. I try to keep you guys informed. Like, I'm gonna talk about the thing. Let's see. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Rodney Scott. I appreciate it. When I did he pay 15,000 to fix? Yeah. Well, we talked about that last night. Kim Porter, when he broke Kim Porter's nose, he paid the what is that? The surgeon that do these practice surgery paid him 15,000 and put her little nose pretty back, and like it never was, nothing ever happened, because she was flirting with Shakir Stewart. Shakir Stewart. She was flirting with him, and Diddy caught wind of Diddy seems to go ballistic when he sees women flirting with people. And then there's the fact that when Diddy was at a high profile at Uptown Records, you had Heavy D, you had Andre Harrell, you had Kim Porter, you had Al B. Sure. Everybody gone except for Al B. Sure, and Al B. Sure almost lost his life because he was talking about putting out a documentary, and somewhere mysteriously and somewhere down the line, that documentary never happened, and Al B. Sure got better, and he's been quiet ever since. Kamora Simmons' house mysteriously got caught on fire, and now people are saying that Diddy might have sent her a message, you know. So we don't know where all this stuff, it's it's a travesty when you think about it. Cause look, black people, right? I'm just saying us, right? When somebody outside our culture do something to one of us, right? Come hell to high water, man. We going at it. We setting things on fire. We tearing up the city. We marching and blah 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 blah. Right? We doing that to our own communities, marching and shouting and talking crazy, right? Man, when them white people felt like they was violated, man, they went to the Capitol and went up in there and got with them people. See, That's the difference right there. That's the difference. Understand that part right there. So until we get that together, then we just wasting our time. And that's why that's why it's so easy for black people to do things to black people and not be accountable for what other people are doing. In other words, when other people do things to us, we don't hold them to the same level of account that we do our own people, man. We go, man, Ray Ray, man, they put 30 holes in Ray Ray. And all Ray Ray did was say he was from here. And he got shot 30 times. But let somebody out of other race run over Ray Ray and back over the car over him and run over him again. All we gonna do is march. That's it. And call Al Sharpton and shut your mouth, Jesse Jackson, and that other weirdo. What's that other guy named? The dark skinned man, the lawyer. She seems to be involved in every case. How is one man? How is one lawyer? Is he African? What is his name, guys? You guys know his name. He's involved in every case. What was that name, guys? What is that guy name? Let's see. Memphis checking in. Shout out to Memphis, man. Shout out to Memphis. I mess with Memphis real hard and heavy. Real hard and heavy. What's that guy name? You guys know that lawyer name. I just can't think of his name. He's on everybody's case. To me, he's a weirdo, bro. Crump. Yeah, there you go. Benjamin Crump. There you go, Black Warrior Spirit. Thank you. Sometimes some of this stuff be skipping my head, bro. I appreciate it. That's why I had you guys, because you guys save me a lot of times. Because when I stumble on something, you guys will come in and pick it right up and get with it. Yeah. So how is Crump on everybody's case? Civil rights case. Is he actually winning these cases? What's happening? Because once he get on a case, I really don't hear what the outcomes is or they, I'm sure they're getting payoffs on them, but what is his payout when he's handling every case? Is he an agent? Is he a proxy, self-appointed? Or is he appointed by the COINTELPRO? What is his deal? Where did he come from? Remember Malcolm X say that we're the only people that use trumpet players, clowns, comics, celebrities as our spokesmen, as our leaders. We're the only group of people that use that. Malcolm X said that years ago. And that's true. Al Sharpton to jump up there, Jesse Jackson to jump up there. And we got some new ones, you know. LA, we got Najee Ali. I don't know nothing about Najee Ali. I know he's a Muslim, but I don't know what is you know, where he's coming from. To be honest, I never had a conversation with him. I can't say good or bad about him. Frank Lewis, YA baby. He's an ambulance chaser. That bad, bro. He's an ambulance chaser. But just think, man. What's up with the groove? What's up with you? What's up with the groove in the house? The groove in the house. But you get what I'm saying? This guy is on every civil rights case, every violation. This guy is the attorney. And you guys just name them, and you're going to see Benjamin Crump, attorney. You can name all the different people that's been there. But again, like I told you guys, we march and sing and go to church and thank Jesus and all that stuff. But them white people, when they felt they was done wrong and they believed in some Trump, what did they do? They stormed the Capitol. Never been done before. Because they were serious about what they believe in. They ain't go burn down their own neighborhoods. They didn't go down there to the local grocery market or the corner store looting and robbing and breaking out of J.C. Penney's windows or none of that. They went straight to the Capitol. They weren't looking for Nancy Pelosi. They were looking for Schumer. They were looking for Mike Pence. They weren't looking to put pressure on the individuals they felt could change the direction of however they was feeling. That's what they did. But y'all comfortable with marching, pointing fingers, hating. I told you, man, envy can hide in sport, jealousy can hide in compliments, love can hide in hate. Just because they're giving it to you don't mean they got it for you. Always check the energy. The energy tell you the truth. And that's the problem with our people. We too busy hating on one another, worrying about if they bought a new Mercedes or, more black people. It's a known fact. More black people buy Mercedes than any other group of people. Again, I'm going to say this. Black people saved Cadillac in the 1920s during the Great Depression because black people didn't believe in banks. They're not going to tell you this. I'm telling you this. Black people didn't put their money in the bank, so they put their money in cookie jars. They put it under the cover. They put it in the closet, underneath the bed. Black people would have to pay the white man $300 extra to go purchase a Cadillac for them because they didn't allow black people to buy Cadillacs. So because black people wanted to ride in style, they find a white friend, give him $300, go get that car over there for me. And black people literally say Cadillac. I bet you guys never even heard that before. Look it up. Don't believe me. Like I tell you guys, don't mind me, just watch it. But go ahead and lock that door. When I say lock that door, the door is locked. Whatever's in is in. Whatever's out is out. And that's what we got to do, even on our people. When we see our people doing some crazy stuff and acting crazy, acting weird, acting strange, lock the door. Lock the door. So now we got this guy, we got this Big U, Big U, right? Who's been doing amazing, incredible things in this city, football wise. He's a football dad, raised his son, got him in the NFL, working with all these little league kids and getting them through their things and doing all these things in the community. Oh yeah, one time he was a bad guy. But do we get to change? Do he get to show you what he has elevated to? Being a Muslim now, he's part of the Mukmin, he's part of the Ummah. Before he entered out the door, he got to say, Udu billahi minash shaitani rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. He rocking the Siratul Mustaqim. See, when you take that Shahadatain, and you take that, and you believe in the Sharia law, and you believe in the 7 articles and 5 pillars of faith, when you take all that in to what it is, most of those guys are very, very serious and sincere because they know what that did for them and what they did for their lives. It may not do nothing for you because you never read it. You never understood it. You never took time out to investigate it or even see what it was. Because Big Mama told you to believe in Christianity. And Big Mama didn't even have no education. She was just going along to get along. That didn't make her bad. That's made her just during the time in order to survive. That's what they had to do. But now, with the internet, you have the capability to go study it and see how valid it is. And not hating on Christianity or nothing like that, but they don't did more destruction, kill more babies and more pedophiles than any other thing on the earth, bro. Christianity is responsible for slavery. You want to overlook that? That's fine. That's fine with me. I'm a free thinker, guys. I'm a free thinker. Just because you see everybody doing something don't make it right. See if we got any more questions. Salute to the mailroom. What's going on, E-Money? He king of the likes. How sharp they back in the day. Yeah, shout out to the groupers, man. Wise all ambulance chasers. Harlem, New York, maybe when part 2 of Karate Man coming. I gotta get my he's my brother-in-law, bro, and he got a lot to say. He's 72, but he don't trust the internet, bro. And I gotta make him, I just gotta sit him down and talk to him a little more and get him to relax. Because he understands that the internet is a devil. If you don't know how to navigate this internet, man, it can consume you. Some days I gotta just leave the internet where it is, not even be bothered with it. There's times when it's going good, and there's times when it's going bad. The bitter with the sweet. Frank Lewis, YA baby. The truth is the lack of bar certifications, representations. I am studying now for my hey, man, L Scat. That's what's up, bro. Do your part. And I mean, so definitely you can definitely feel me what I was saying in regards to Crip Mac, you know. I'm an Arab descent. Eric AC, right on, bro. Right on. I'm just telling you guys, man, the gift and the curse. I told you guys the streets died the moment everybody got on the internet. Straight died. Straight died. But Professor Melly Mill is willing to talk to anybody. I'm willing to give a honest ear, a honest listen, and just come in just with not with no expectations. See, one of my curses is that I see the very best in everybody long before I see the worst. That's just my thing. And that's just who I am. That's my makeup. I would see the very best in people long before I see their worst. I don't know. Maybe the creator made me that way for a specific reason or certain way. I don't know. But that's just who I am. People can say things to me and I'll be like, oh man, I ain't finna, you know, you don't know what he's talking about. Why should I engage in that? I'm going to get in touch with you through Rolo to give you some real content with the receipts. Okay, Jay, do that. Do that, bro. Rolo is my guy. Know that. Rolo's my guy. And if you in touch with Rolo, he'll definitely give it to me because Rolo is my guy, man. Rolo know that 100%. I got a Rolo video, man. If I put that video out, somebody's feelings gonna be very, very hurt because Rolo truth and authenticity is so commanding, and the way he says it, he says it with passion. He speaks with a lot of passion, and I think that just my opinion of it that he's been very hurt by some individuals that he trusted dearly, and they let him down. They let him down. $1,200 stimulus is supposed to be our reparations. We got show change, brother. We got show change. That's sure what's happening, man. What's going on with you? What I think about 600 and Big U? I think that 600. I don't think he's fully aware what can happen when you involve yourself in gang culture. And if you don't understand gang culture in full context, you kind of take it as because you don't, because just think about it. And I want you guys to follow me on that. Sometimes the element of danger when it comes to gang, you don't see it. But it can spring up in a moment notice, and it get very volatile and deadly. And a lot of times you don't see it until it's right in front of your face. And I don't think that 600 understand when he overindulged and insert himself in some things that he really didn't grow up with, it's gonna come back to bite him in the butt because where those dudes they're gonna form an alliance, but they're gonna look at him and regardless if he grew up over there or not, he's an outsider, bro. He never was on the inside of that. He came back, he left, came back. I think he went away in college, played some football, lived in another state, came back and realized that the internet probably is popping. He could make a few dollars and he could probably increase that by saying he's from rolling 60s. I don't know. Just my opinion on that. And he took that route. But know when you take that route, it has consequences. Just like me, right? The Hood Postman is a brand. It has nothing to do with Santana Block. Did I grow up over there? Did I claim that? Yeah. But the Hood Postman, don't accumulate, don't put those two together. Santana Block is his own entity over there, and the Hood Postman is a brand over here that is in business. You get what I'm saying? It's actually an LLC. I have a corporate card. I have all that to prove that what the Hood Postman is. It has nothing to do with Santana. Are there some stories about Santana Block because I'm familiar with that culture? I grew up in that culture. Yes, but there's also some other stories like, uh, and I'm gonna tell this another time, but I'm gonna just give y'all the gist of it. Like when I was growing up in the '60s, one of the first gangs I ever encountered one of the first gangs I ever encountered was the Orr Street Boys. That was in the '60s, and that was in Fruittown. Before there was ever Fruittown, there was the Orr Street Boys. And then the second one I encountered was the Brims. So when I'm gonna tell y'all that story, and I'm gonna walk through it, and I'm gonna go through that part of it, and I'm gonna tell you how I got to LA on 42nd and Western, and when all that used to be Brims. Talk about the 72 watt stacks when the Brims and the Crips had a real good clash. I'm gonna talk about that. So to me, it's just history. So if I'm able to articulate the history and I know the history, then I believe I'm in a perfect place to give it to you. And that don't have nothing to do to me, it don't have nothing to do me being a Crip or a Blood. It's just the Hood Postman that has put together some research and came up with some data, some statements of facts, and was able to articulate back to the people that's watching and understanding that likes this culture, the graffiti, likes when the gangs was gathering and how they came about and and how they formulated. Because I tell you guys, the gangs was created out of mercurial mindsets. Mercurial meaning something that was unpredictable, that happened all of a sudden, that was wayward, that would had mood swings, very unpredictable. Other words, they were very impulsive. Especially the Catholic Church. You right, bro. The Catholic churches, they vicious over there, man. Could you imagine, right? Your church telling you you can't have no relationship with no women, and they telling the women they can't have no relationship with men. This is something that God gave you. This is something that's innate. This is something that's natural that men and women do. But the church say they don't want you to do it. The reason why they say it because the Catholic Church, if it don't have no heirs, then all its wealth stay within the church. See, because anytime you start having kids, that mean part of that wealth have to go down to the kids. And if they don't have no kids, You see what I'm saying? They get to keep all the wealth and all the riches and all the goods within the church. So that's one of the reasons. That's one of the real reasons why they teach that, because they don't want to have to pay for no kids. Let's see. So off topic, just wanted to say, first thing, a lot of us Middle Easterns feel racism in California, and it ain't coming from the whites. It's mainly Hispanics and the new white supremacy. Bro, you have said a mouthful there, because when you see the executioners, the banditos, and these sheriff departments, right? Most of them are Hispanic officers, and they have become very. They have adapted a culture that is dripping in white supremacy. They have taken on the white supremacy identity, and they apply it. They even apply it on some of their own Hispanic people. You understand what I'm saying? And you're right. You're right about that. Salute to you, Mel. What can we do to begin to move as a people towards a common agenda? Well, first we got to get on code. We got to get on code. See, because here's the thing, right? We Crips, we Bloods, we Damoos, we Pyrus, we Hoovers, we Vice Lords, we BDs, GDs, we Muslims, we Christians, we Hebrew Israelites. My point being, we have way entire too many labels, bro. If we got all these labels, how do we come to a consensus that any of it is right? Two things Jewish people believe in across the board. They don't differ with one another in this. Judaism, and they're Jewish, and they're Jew. They do not. I don't care what you call, what you tell them. They not no Jews. They wasn't born in it. They don't care about that. They stick to the game plan. You is not finna divide them people based on say, nah, you not Jews, you Europeans, what it is, or you from the Caucasus Mountains or whatever. You get to say that they not budging. They believe in the Holocaust and the Judaism across the board. Across the board. We 5%ers, we are more science temple, we are Krishnas, we Buddhists, we Crips, we Bloods, we Pyrus, we Hoovers, we Christians, Islam, we everything, bro. So we're gonna have a great deal of disagreements. In order to take the truth, we gotta first get rid of the lies. That's what we gotta do. Let's see what else was said. The winter is just starting. All the viruses be going out there. Yeah, there's a lot of people sick, bro. Who were some of the Santana Block hand guys? Man, there was a lot of them, bro. So many I can't even name them. You gotta understand, Santana Block was a very huge gang, bro. It's two gangs. Actually, it's probably about two or three gangs, three or four gangs that morphed into one, because there was little pockets of different dudes in it. But it was a lot. Professor, oh no, you got a lot of knowledge on Arabs and African kingdoms that had a big influence. Yeah, you're right, on one another. Maybe you can give us some knowledge. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But the problem with that is just like when I say this, right? I said not too long ago. It's not the fact that black people are not educated. They're educated just enough to believe what they've been taught, and not educated enough to challenge, to question what they've been taught. They're quite comfortable with what they've been taught, and for them to question it becomes, as a Christian church, that's an abomination. You're going to be deemed to the hellfire. All that type of talk comes up. You know, free big sleep. That's my guy. Yeah, that's my right on, Gerald Parker. Yeah, yeah, that's my guy, man. Sleepy, man. Henry Thomas. Henry Thomas. Oaks Park, Midtown, SPC. There you go. I see when I talk, a lot of people didn't know that Tucker Block was in there. Rose Street Crips was in there. So, all that you gotta put in all that in there too. All that's in the gumbo pot. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, there's more parts to that too, bro. Christopher Munoz, what's happening? Yeah, you're right, bro. You get no argument out of me there. Well, we know that because they was displaced. They come from Poland and Germany and all that. 1948, the United States and Great Britain placed those people in what we know as Palestine. And then they begin to take it, take, take. They start taking, bro. And that's where they at right now. They're just taking it. They want it all, you know. But you know what happened to greed, right? Delivering the mail. Yeah, we got a domestic gross domestic product. We'll be black people would be like the sixth or seventh richest country in the world. Just us with all our resources tied in together. But have you ever noticed that Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Smith, what's the guy name? Something Smith, not Rodney Smith, but uh his name's Smith, a billionaire guy, right? All the billionaires and all the super rich guys, the Jay Z's, the Beyonces, all these people, they never pool their resources to do anything because it's forbidden. It's forbidden. They're not gonna tell you that because they talk amongst themselves. Rich people talk rich talk. It's not gonna. They're gonna leave you right where you're at. If you happen to make it up that far up the ladder and join the club, then you'll know the secrets. Russell Simmons, P. Diddy, uh, Michael Jackson, Prince, they all broke the covenant. They all broke the covenant, bro. That's why they're going through what they're going through, or they went through what they went through. No longer here. Bill Cosby. There's a secret society called Skull and Bones. George Bush was a skull and bone, and you read this in Behold a Pale Horse. William Milton Cooper, naval intelligence officer, was assassinated for the things that he wrote in the book. But anyway, he got some of the information and what the membership and what qualify you to be part of Skull and Bones. And one of the things you had to be Harvard or Yale, you had to go to the Cornell or Princeton to the Ivy League schools to be part of these. They have Skull and Bones, Scrolling Keys, Illuminati, and all this different stuff, right? You have to take an oath, and part of taking an oath is like no other oath you probably take. The oath he took for that was meant more than the oath he took for the United States of America being a president. Well, anyway, he had to lie in a casket, butt naked, and guys standing all around him with robes, and they took a ribbon and tied around his sack, and his forelegs and his nutsack and tighten it up and squeeze him, and he had to like spill his most secret fantasies and all this stuff in front of these guys, and it was at that point that they would accept his membership. Weird, right? Weird. I'll tell you, people with suit with a lot of money, man. That's one thing about a lot of money. A lot of people think they want a lot of money, but you get a lot of money, you run out of stuff to do, you're gonna get weird, bro. You got so much money, you run out of stuff to do. Imagine that. Some people say, that's what I want. I want to be able to do anything. But we as humans, we have very addictive natures. Beware of that. That's why you see people addicted to cigarettes, alcohol, addicted to eating, addicted to driving cars fast. There's all sorts of kind of addictions. Sex, addicted to money. But know what you're giving yourself to. Shucks, we've been in here an hour. What up, Gerald? Number one, what's happening? Major problem is letting someone identify you as a color. You're right. We're not a crayon, bro. We're not, but we use it. We use it to, for communication purposes. It's not, it's not an identity. Because tell me what the country of black is, what the country of colored is, what the country of African American is. I'm American. I'm on this North American. That's why I'm indigenous to this land that I'm standing on. I don't know about any of that other stuff. You guys make up your own stuff as you go. Skull and bones syndrome. Yeah, you right, standing man. It's definitely a syndrome, man. It's definitely a syndrome. I got to do the oath, the rituals, and the sacrifices. Yeah, there's a lot of oaths and rituals and sacrifices. That's what it comes down to be a part of these secret societies. And when you're super rich, it's only when you get to know about them. And when you get out of pocket, you will get punished. Bill Cosby got punished. Michael Jackson got punished. Prince got punished. R. Kelly got punished. So on and so forth. All these people. Or you think happened to Richard Pryor, same thing, got punished, bro. He got out of line. Did he? But anyway, I appreciate everybody. It's been interesting, and we'll continue to build as we go. Build the airplane as we fly it. Some days are better than others, and we know that. And I appreciate you guys when you come in here and just take time out your day to listen to what I have to say, and hopefully it all makes sense. MIP, make it plain. That's why I'm here, bro. I'm gonna make it MIP, make it plain. With that being said, shout out to the Mailroom Nation and the Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melly Mail, the Hood Postman, Marlena Williams, Postmaster General on deck, Mike Mars, King Mike, is standing man, Jay Ship, and everybody, Gerald, everybody that's in there, Michelle, you guys, good night. Let's do it. Go on.
Perfect grind all the time, baby.
Yeah. Scally Binders, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money, got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga, streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the fans get me. It's guap off top, diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing, they see me shining. That's hard work, proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. I got that tech with me, that's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking, and I don't talk about it, I just make it happen. Word on the block is that my shit go, bricks for the low.
Marlena Williams locked the door, because we are gone.